Oh, champ. Only on the Maze platform. Drake's legal team just responded to the craziest statement that UMG probably has ever dropped throughout this entire ordeal. All right. Drake's legal team has already clapped back. All right. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. UMG was talking crazy to Drake and his legal team, saying you need to drop this lawsuit immediately before things get crazy. It's gonna get dark. All right. But now, guess who's already talking? Who's already has something to say in response to what UMG just dropped today? Drake's legal team took no time. All right. And they already have a response ready. And here's what they said. Smash up on the like, share the video. According to Kirkle, says Drake's team responds to UMG. Be careful what you wish for statement says Drake has nothing to hide. UMG's latest statement is a desperate attempt to spin the narrative and deflect from the truth. Drake is holding the largest music conglomerate in the world accountable for its actions and doing so without fear. We dismissed the Texas discovery action because discovery will now proceed in New York. That's not retreat, that's victory. UMG dismissed its First Amendment petition in Texas because it has no claim that's losing. And UMG knows the case against it is only getting stronger. Drake welcomes discovery and has nothing to hide. It's not Drake who should worry, it's UMG's current leadership. We look forward to hearing from Lucien Grange, John Janik, and UMG employees under oath. Interesting. All right. But wait, there's more. Oh, champ, it looks like Drake's team is talking crazy too. They said UMG claims to stand for creativity, but in fact exploits it, and artist community knows that UMG trains artists for its profits, then discards them. Drake joins a growing chorus of artists raising questions about UMG's leadership. The public and artists should be concerned about recent headlines involving UMG's largest stakeholder that only reinforces the need for transparency all the way up to the board of directors level. UMG said be careful what you ask for. Drake knows exactly what he asked for, the truth and accountability. Well then, it looks like somebody's going to be taking accountability if a discovery is discovered in New York. I'm just saying, if UMG does indeed have evidence of Drake being a Geppetto, is Drake gonna take accountability in court for that? I'm just saying. I ain't gonna lie. When I read that UMG statement in response to the amended complaint from Drake's legal team, I'm like, sheesh. UMG really must have something in the tuck because they talking real hot. They say, yo, do us a favor, bro. And just drop the lawsuit. We don't gotta do this, champ. It was one of those, hey, we don't gotta do this. We don't want to really do this to you. So do us all a favor and drop the lawsuit before it get dark, gang. UMG got something in the tuck. UMG got a 30,000 round drum. They got to, because the way they was talking in that statement, bro, it's getting crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Make sure you're running up these likes, smash the like button, share the video, gang. Listen, man. It appears that, Drake's legal team wants to continue this whole thing. They want to keep the lawsuit going. They want to take it. They want to take it to trial, gang. They want to go to June. Remember, guys, in June, when this whole case supposedly happens, if it happens at all, it's only going to be 3 weeks long, which is not a very, very long time. You feel what I'm saying? But do understand, please understand, it's gonna get dark, gang. UMG is talking like they really got something up their sleeve that can damage Drake in a crazy way. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Drake can't be so egotistical that he thinks that UMG don't got nothing on him. What people gotta understand is that for a long time, a big name conglomerate in the music business has been protecting their asset, right? If you have a big star, a big, investment in a business, you're gonna do everything in your power to make sure that they don't fall short, that their career doesn't go down the toilet. So whatever dirt that they did, you're gonna make sure you put everything in, everything into making sure that doesn't go nowhere, that doesn't affect that person's career, because then again, that'll affect the money, that'll affect how y'all monetize, right? So they've been protecting Drake for all these years, going on 15, 16 years. They've been protecting their asset. But now, since their asset has abandoned ship, is about to actually leave the label soon, they said, hey, look, if he wants to go against us and try to make it seem like we weren't helping him his entire career, say less. We got some things that prove everything that Kendrick said in that record. We got some things that maybe even make it to where you look like you need to get locked up for criminal activity, perhaps. Now, I'm not saying I know for sure he did some criminal stuff, but I am saying I know for sure that he did some criminal stuff because we seen it, because we looked at it, because we know the behavior of a predator. So because of those things, gang, we just have to admit, hey, this is gonna probably get real dark soon. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get to the comments, man. Let's get to the comments, man. RMS says, the F they even talking about? This is about defamation, not artist profits. I agree. This ain't got nothing to do with no other artists except for Drake. That's a fact. Crystal Davis says, someone will definitely be getting embarrassed, Aubrey or UMG. I still feel it will be Aubrey. I mean, it's definitely going to be Aubrey. I mean, we have to make this make sense, bro. We talking about the biggest music conglomerate in the world. They really don't have nothing to lose, if we're going to be honest. What does UMG have to lose? Clearly, they have the best lawyers, the best legal team possible. We're talking about a high-profile, very high-profile organization here. You think they lawyers is not going to be top-notch? Bro, they lawyers is going to do them crazy, bro. Let's just be honest. I don't know what Drake's legal team has, but I already see the flaw in Drake's legal team, because in some of their documents, complaints, or what have you, they have had false information. Putting false information in documentation, in paperwork, is not a good look, which means Drake's legal team isn't the best. It would make sense that the largest music conglomerate has the best lawyers possible. Just saying. Chill Bro says, the industry spoiled golden child is throwing a temper tantrum. Well, this really isn't Drake's doing. This is Drake's legal team's doings. However, Drake would be a fool to not drop this lawsuit, because I know for a fact, and we know for a fact, that UMG has something that could pretty much damage him in court. I'm just saying. And they're going to violate in court, bro. Court is going to be brutal. I'm going to just say that. Armin says he settled an SA case. That's admitting criminal behavior. There you go. This guy definitely funded a woman $300,000+ in a criminal matter settled outside of court, because he supposedly raped her, according to her. And nobody's giving nobody money that they didn't do wrong. That's like saying, hey, Diddy never did Cassie wrong. He just gave her $1 million, even though we see on camera that he clearly did something crazy to Cassie. Feel what I'm saying? So, with that being said, we got to make it make sense. You dig? All champ Jay Williams. Millie Bobby Brown about to be a witness. Could you imagine that? If Millie Bobby Brown is a witness, this whole thing is over with. I hope you know that. Drake might be going to prison. He might be going to jail. Poet Supreme says, either this is a game of high stakes chicken or somebody suffering from delusions of grandeur. You would be lying. But Drake is a risky individual. I mean, we're talking about a serial gambler, right? You got to think, a serial gambler is always in over his head. Someone who bets hundreds of thousands of dollars must be in over their head. They're willing to bet in court that they could win a $2 billion settle. Well, he wants $2 billion. But he thinks he can beat UMG with narratives and not facts. You can't beat nobody with narratives in court. You have to have evidence, proof, or else it doesn't hold up well in court. And you have to have witnesses. You dig what I'm saying? But then again, Drake gonna be Drake. Drake wants to go through with this. But he also has, let's see, it's April, May, June. He has one more month to come to a decision on whether he wants to continue this or not. UMG said earlier in their statement that, look, be careful what you wish. Listen, the fact that UMG said be careful what you wish for spoke volumes. Let's be honest. The mere fact that UMG said be careful what you wish for spoke volumes. Let's be honest. Oh, they talking hot. These niggas got something. They got something for Drake, bro. It's about to get spooky for the Drizzler, gang. We have to be honest. Salute to David D with $4.99 in town taxes, who says release the text messages, Millie. All champ. Man, I think it's beyond the text messages. It might be other things that he might have done behind the scenes. You dig what I'm saying? Might be other stuff he did behind the scenes. Who knows? All champ. Salute to David D with the town taxes. Listen, I don't know what Drake gonna do when things get dark. What are Drake's Glazers gonna do when things get dark? If it is proven that this man is a Geppetto in court, what they gonna say? It was bots, it was AI. Can't do that. And once again, we're talking about a serial gambler who's already in over his head anyway. You dig? No Name says if Drake continues, his career will never be the same. It's not the same right now. To be quite technical, Drake's career isn't the same now either at the same time. You dig what I'm saying? UMG is talking like they waiting for him. Like, listen, they're giving Drake a fair warning. Say, listen, if you take us to court, gang, I want you to know personally that this is going to get insanely dark for you. Please understand. UMG is telling him, hey, listen, champ. We got some footage of you. We got text messages. Drop the case, champ. They giving him a fair warning. And the UMG is talking way too confidently for me to believe that they ain't got nothing. UMG about to do him dirty. Drake dropped a lawsuit. They giving him a warning. They say, listen, man, we don't even got to do all this. We don't have to humiliate you. We don't got to put this out here. But since you want to act like these things is not in your closet, these skeletons ain't in your closet, let us remind you that we have those skeletons, by the way. We have copies of those same skeletons that are in your closet, nigga. Yeah, you don't know we got them, but we got them. All right? Salute to Uncle Dot, who says, that's what it is, champ. He's a gambling addict. This may be the biggest wager of his life. I agree. Listen, I can assure you that UMG definitely has something so severe that can destroy Drake's career. And they're trying to help him. They're trying to bail you out. Say, listen, just stop it, bro. We don't want to do this to you. Don't let the ego get in the way. Don't let the ego get in the way, because things are going to get dark, champ. Don't let your ego get in the way, champ. We're trying to save you here, champ. Just stop it. Don't do the lawsuit, champ. Poet Supreme says, I wonder if The Weeknd was signaling something with his song in the video of The Hills. I don't know. Listen, I'm not the conspiracy guy. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a conspiracy guy. I don't do conspiracies. I do facts. Some niggas like to make up facts. I don't make up facts. That's not talking about you per se. But there's some bozos out here who create their own facts. All right, these niggas know how to do math with letters and all that. They know how to do B plus A and all this, and align it with the sun and the moon and all this nonsense. Yeah, I don't do all that. You know, these niggas want to do calculus and whatnot. I don't do all that, gang. I'll be honest with you. Salute to them, though, I guess. The preference says Drake wouldn't go against a giant like UMG if he had dirt on him like SA or CSA. Everybody not sick. They did this to Michael Jackson with those full CSA cases to ruin the legacy and reputation evil. Well, the thing about Michael Jackson is the parents of the kids that went to his house were actually known con artists and crooks, which is why Michael Jackson won that case. They were crooks and con artists using their kids as leverage to try and make it seem like Michael was something that he's not. So when it comes to Michael Jackson, They've been trying to attack Michael Jackson for a very long time. Michael Jackson had smoke with Harvey Weinstein and them way back in the day. Because the DreamWorks logo was originally the Neverland logo for Michael Jackson back in the 80s. So they've been trying to get Michael for a long time, bro. Like, Michael been under attack when he was alive, since the prime of his career. Even the whole Billie Jean song is about a woman trying to set up Michael in real life. You dig what I'm saying? So when it comes to Michael Jackson was so great that they was trying to get rid. They was trying to do everything to stop Michael. Real talk. They was trying to steal from Michael and everything. Jay Williams says, I didn't want to do it. Martin Lawrence voice. Hey, listen, if you know that episode of Martin, you know that episode of Martin. Salute to you, gang. All champ. Uncle Dud says, he'd be a damn fool to think UMG hasn't had him under surveillance. That's a common practice in the entertainment industry. And the thing y'all need to know, right, about people signing deals and all that, each time an artist signs a major deal, the CIA, or the FBI for that matter, is in the room when their major deal is being signed. All of those people at the table, some of those people at the table are the feds. I just want you to know, when it comes to the music business, when people are signing major deals, the feds are at the table. You dig what I'm saying? The feds is at the table. You dig? I want you to know that. The feds are always involved. Why you think they had that situation where all the black labels, when it came to Rockefeller Records, Murder Inc. Records, and all these other records back in the early 2000s, they tried to do a RICO on all the black-owned labels, because the black-owned labels was bringing in too much money, and the J's were not getting any cut. So what did they do? They bring in the feds. Murder Inc., Rockefeller Records, these was all black-owned labels. They bring the feds in to try to make it seem like they was doing illegal activity, because the J's wasn't getting no cut no more. And they was getting all the proceeds, all the money. They didn't like that. Dig what I'm saying? They didn't like that, bro. Yeah, they tried to take black ownership in the music business way early 2000s, around that period. And feds came marching in, game, trying to put a RICO on Irv Gotti and all of them. It got crazy, man. Oh, champ. And some of those labels ended up not, going nowhere. Like, these labels are no more. Like, Murder Inc. is no more. The only label that did survive was G Unit, but G Unit is not owned by 50 Cent. It's owned by UMG. Facts. G Unit is owned by UMG. Facts. 50 does not own G Unit at all. Oh, man. Man says Drake can't have all these criminals and gangbangers in his inner circle and the feds on both sides of the border not watching. Let's say alleged gangbangers, so these people are not gang members. Listen, man. The closest Drake got to remotely being accepted, well, actually, he got used to buy bikes, was the Hells Angels. And the Hells Angels ain't want nothing to do with him. The Hells Angels used Drake to buy them some Harley Davidson bikes. They want some Harley Davidson bikes. That's what they wanted. You dig? The preference says, I believe Drake has proof. That's why UMG demanding it to be dropped. That's an interesting take. I never heard that take. I could respect the take. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, we don't know anything, right? We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We can only assume, right? So look, maybe Drake got proof too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against that. See, I'm non-biased. I'm not a biased nigga. You ain't gonna see me you're not gonna see me glazing nothing. Listen, there could be a possibility that maybe Drake do got proof for some stuff. We don't know that. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you never know. You never know, champ. All right. RT the brand, is that you, champ? I thought you got a job, champ. What happened? Oh, champ, I thought you got a job, gang. Oh, champ. Listen, salute to Petty. We don't know nothing. What we're doing here is we're speculating. From my perspective, I feel like, hey, UMG seems like they got something. It seems like UMG is speaking with confidence and that they got 1,000-round clip for Drake. But then again, we never know. Maybe Drake got something too. You dig what I'm saying? We don't know that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, gang. But I'm just saying, like, we can't just say, hey, we know everything. We don't know a goddamn thing. We not behind the scenes. We not in that courtroom. We not the judge. We not the legal team. So we don't know nothing until June gets here, if there is a case, because we also don't know if there's going to be a case. Drake may drop the lawsuit. He has an entire month to do so. Technically, he has a month and a half to do so. So we don't know much, but I'm not against whatever somebody thinks is going on. You feel what I'm saying? So who knows? But like I said, from my perspective, I feel like, and I'm sure a lot of people feel like, hey, UMG is going to go crazy. It sounds like they're going crazy. UMG says, hey, Drake, drop the lawsuit before it get dark, champ. We know what you know. We know what you don't know. We know, basically. You think what I'm saying? That's just what it seems like to me. In my personal opinion, from what I'm seeing, from what I'm reading, it looks like UMG clearly has something up their sleeve that is damaging. And they feel so comfortable about how damaging it is that they're trying to just talk to Drake like a little kid. Like, hey, champ, listen, man. I know you don't want this to happen. If you don't want this to happen, just drop a lawsuit, man. They talking real crazy. They talking like they really got a button they could press right now and they could just end everything. You feel what I'm saying? Uncle Dud says UMG is going to give him a few more weeks and the threats will get stronger and stronger on a weekly basis. Listen, they talking to Drake crazy. I'm not gonna lie. They talking to Drake crazy. They're talking to Drake's legal team crazy. You know, we're gonna see what happens. You did? Oh, champ. Minute Second says Drake is pouting because his career is on life support. He was remedy on money from UMG. He's torpedoing his own last little bit of his, or what's left of his career. Well, I wouldn't say that Drake's career is actually over because, listen, Nokia is getting some push. To be honest, right now it seems like Drake is in a better place than he was last year. Only because his singles are starting to get a little more jump. All right? I wouldn't say his career is over because if he can pull another Nokia, his career is not doing too bad. I'll be honest. You know, I was one of those people who said, hey, look, Drake's career could never be repaired, but at the same time, it looks like everybody's over this whole, you know, being against Drake thing. You feel what I'm saying? They try to move past it. You know? So I wouldn't say Drake's career is done because if it was, he wouldn't be on Billboard's top 3 songs in the country. That's not a fall off, bro. I'm sorry. That's not the same thing. Uncle Dust says give it a month. If he doesn't drop it, UMG has something to drop. I bet they do. I feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? I feel the same way. You did? Jay Williams says, tell him, bro, I want this lawsuit dropped by 10, not 10:05, not 10:37 Friday. Yeah, they telling them, listen, you better drop it now, gang. We ain't got time. We about to start going crazy. We ain't about to. At this point, when the way UMG was talking, it sounded like they had Drake tied up to a chair and was holding Drake for ransom at that point. It felt like UMG was holding Drake for ransom when they were talking to him. I'll be honest. That's how it felt to me. It felt like they were holding Drake for ransom, champ. All right. For preference, says Michael called out Sony for the legal attacks. Prince called out his label for sabotaging him. Yeah, you know, like I said, but their situation is much different than Drake's situation. Drake is doing a lawsuit here, And he's not doing a reasonable lawsuit. This lawsuit is over something somebody else did. And he's mad that the label actually did their job. You dig what I'm saying? G-Stack says Nokia is not his song, though. Yes, it is. It is his song. It's his record. It is his song. It is his song. It is. Whoever is saying that Nokia is not Drake's song is a liar. So people who keep saying that Nokia is not Drake's song is lying. They're not telling the truth. They're spreading misinformation. It is his song. The producer helped with the hook and the intro of the song. This happens all the time in music. Kendrick Lamar did it with producers before. This is not a form of ghostwriting. This is not a form of stealing somebody else's work. Those verses on that song are made by Drake. Whoever is sitting up here lying, saying Nokia is not Drake's songs is a liar. They're not telling the truth. They're spreading misinformation. You can check and see that it is the man's song. The producer is getting paid for it because the producer is the producer. But producers also help create hooks for rappers. It's been done for ages. It's always been done. I can give you multiple songs where a producer helped a rapper create a hook. That's not stealing. That's somebody painting a narrative that Drake stole the song. Has Drake stole songs in the past? Absolutely. But this is not one of those times that he's stolen a song. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You don't gotta believe me. It's actual fact. You dig? There's too many people that spreading these narratives to feed these glazers. You got too many glazers and not enough fans of hip-hop. People just came here to hate on another person. Listen, I don't like Drake like that. I think Drake is a cornball. I don't really listen to Drake like that. I think Nokia is terrible. But I'm not about to sit up here and lie to appease glazers. That's not what we do. All right? I'm a grown person. I don't got time to lie to appease people. You dig? That's weird. That's weird behavior. You know? Sophia Martinez says, folks say people are always in the room helping Aubrey write via verbal exchange. That's hilarious. That's funny. But yeah, Nokia is not an example of Drake stealing songs. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, we got a Glazer. Glazer in the building. Glazer in the building. I see you, champ. Hey, champ, listen. Wipe your mouth, champ. Wipe. Don't use your. I don't want you to use your hand when you wipe your mouth. That's unsanitary, champ. I want you to clean your mouth the right way. Clean your mouth the right way. Don't use your hands, champ. Don't use your hands neither. You're gonna use a napkin, man. I know you want to use your blanket because, you know, your blanket isn't the best thing that you have, right? But wipe your mouth the right way, champ. Be more sanitary with your mouth wiping, champ. I don't want you to, wipe your mouth with your hands or your forearm or something. That's nasty work. No. It's not good. See, when you wipe your mouth with your hands, you pretty much moisturize your hands with baby mud. You know what I'm saying? You don't moisturize your hands with baby mud. That's disgusting, champ. All right? Listen, next time you glaze, wear a barbershop cape. You know those capes you wear at a barbershop? You wear a barbershop cape. It covers the whole body, champ. All right? Yeah, wear a barbershop cape next time or something. All right? That way it doesn't get on your clothes, champ. All right? Maybe you need a rain jacket, a poncho or something. All right? Yeah, that's nasty. Come on. SOV the Dog King with $2 in town taxes. Is blessings and healthy living. Salute to you. Paying those town taxes, keeping the IRS off your back. Okay? Yeah, man. One thing about me is I never was biased with this thing. I was never biased. I'm not a fan. Like I said, I don't want nobody confusing this. Just because you're not glazing don't mean that you're a fan of Drake. Some people say if you're not glazing, you're not a fan of somebody, or you're not a Kendrick fan if you're not glazing Kendrick. No, if you glazing Kendrick, you're not a Kendrick fan. You're just a weirdo. You're a cult member. You like being on your knees. You enjoy being on your knees. Your knees actually get sensations from being on the ground. You're a submissive person for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? Cut that nonsense out. Nayori Jasmine says UMG is worth $50 billion. He's the drizzler. Wait, he's the drizzler is delusional if he thinks they don't have anything seriously incriminating against him. Oh, interesting. Let me get you out of here too. Hey, Cham, listen. I'm not a fan, and I don't like seeing people's mouths water up on meat, Cham. I don't appreciate that. Listen, you do so much glazing, you're gonna make somebody's Frank soggy, nigga. You got soggy Frank in your mouth. Your mouth doesn't know how to not water Frank. All right, you water Frank. You got soggy Frank in your mouth. You such a glazer. You glaze Kendrick on soft. By the way, yeah, you glaze Kendrick on soft. All right, you're the first one in line to help unzip Kendrick's pants when he has to use the urinal. You're the first one in line, champ. I want you to know that. All right? Yeah, you the first nigga in line. And you use your teeth to unzip his pants. You don't use your hands, champ. You unzip them with your teeth, champ, like a dog. You be on all fours. You don't just be on your knees. You be on all fours when you do it too. Yeah, you just like a dog. You got a TDE leash. You got a PG Lang leash on your neck, champ. Yeah, that's right. You got a PG Lang leash on your neck. By the way. Yeah, you Kendrick glazers is no better than them Drake glazers, nigga. I'm a fan of Kendrick, but I'm not a glazer. Y'all niggas glaze. It's weird. King Kendrick. Man, King Kendrick. Ugh. I'm not calling no other nigga King anything, nigga. Is you dumb? And it was only a matter of time before you bozos showed up. King Kendrick. Ugh. Like, you talk like you got meat in your mouth. You talk like you don't chew your food, champ. You talk like you got that nigga's meat on the side of your mouth. It's disgusting. Is what it is. RMS says, I like Blue, Green, Red better than Nokia. I don't like either of those songs. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I don't like either of those songs. You feel me? I'm not a fan of neither, but I hear what you say. You feel me? I'm not a fan of that. You dig? I feel like there's videos of you saying King. Yeah, ain't no videos of me saying King anything. King Kendrick. Say gang, y'all ain't never heard me say those words. I don't call nobody King. I feel like this. Nigga, what you mean you feel like there's videos of me calling this nigga King? There is no videos of me calling that nigga King, nigga. 86K for lying, nigga. I call that nigga Kennard. I was the only nigga calling that nigga Kennard. That's it. Gave a nigga a nickname. I ain't never in my life called that nigga King Kendrick. That's Mook. That's you niggas. Stop confusing me for you. I'm not the same, nigga. Oh, Chan. Yeah, man. It's atrocious. All right. Niggas out here glazing Kendrick using the GNX vinyl as a bib. Your glazed bib is the Kendrick GNX vinyl. You got the Kendrick GNX vinyl under your chin so it don't get on your Kendrick shirt, nigga. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Trying to protect your Kendrick merch with the Kendrick GNX vinyl, nigga. You dig? Nasty work. Oh, champ. Sophia Martinez says, folks see what they want to see and hear what they want to hear. That's a fact. You ain't yeah, listen. And that's facts. Folks see what they see, what they want to see and hear what they want to hear. That's a fact. That's not a lie. You dig? Oh, champ. The man needs to stand up. Listen, if you want to stand up, somebody just got to talk crazy to me. I make a stand up out of them niggas, man. Whoever wants to, talk crazy to me, and act like they gonna cook me, I'm gonna cook you worse. Promise. You dig? Respectfully. Snowman dances at 86K fine doesn't discriminate. Never. Anybody can catch that 86K, nigga. I done gave celebrities 86K. Matter of fact, when that goofy nigga King Los was up here, who used to be signed to Diddy, I gave that goofy nigga 86K too. Yeah, nigga, I gave celebrities 86K on this channel before. Anybody can get it. We don't discriminate, nigga. Period, nigga. And we go at everybody. We don't discriminate. We don't give a damn if you got 1 million subs or not, nigga. We don't care. The mayor don't. This is Gotham, champ. We not scared of nobody. We with all the wreck, all the smoke. We don't duck no smoke, and we don't delete videos. By the way, we don't delete videos over here, champ. We staying on business. Y'all know how I'm giving it up. Y'all know how I'm giving it up, gang. We ain't playing that. We don't play those scary games. These niggas is scary. Oh, champ. We got the preference who says all it takes is for Drake to prove just one person started believing Drake is a Geppetto, then that song was put out. That's defamation, proving that his reputation and character was damaged. All it takes is one. I mean, look. If Drake has something, I guess we'll see. But just so you know, if Drake ever decides to drop this lawsuit, all that is out the window. I'm just saying. If he drops the lawsuit, all that's out the window. I don't know if he's going to drop it. But I think the closer we get to June, the more he's going to start thinking about if he should drop this or not. But like I said, if he drops the suit, gang, just remember, nothing he said was valid. Because if everything was true, he wouldn't drop the lawsuit. That's what I'm saying. So him dropping it would just dead everything, bro. That would it wouldn't hold no weight. His validity is tarnished because it wasn't true to begin with. He just wanted to get $2 billion from the label, bro. That's it. Apex says that's not proof of defamation. Defamation has to show a clear harm to Drake, and being top 10 on Billboard proves he wasn't defamed. That's also a fact. There's too many different ways that this can go for UMG to be victorious in court. If Drake's reputation is so tarnished, why is Drake doing so well on Billboard? You can't do well on Billboard and have a tarnished career. At the end of the day, we still understand that that's Drake. Anybody pretending that Drake ain't Drake is either a glazer or they just hate Drake. Hating Drake enough to say that he was never on top of things is weird behavior. Because regardless if you like Drake or not, you can't sit up here and pretend that that's not a big name in hip-hop. Drake is a huge name in hip-hop, whether you like it or not. If you disagree, it just means you're a glazer. You either a glazer or you just hate the man just to hate him. Like you a true hater. You can't admit facts. SOV the Don King with $5 in town taxes says they deleted evidence in order to discredit another person's claims. A strategy and narrative shapers do in order to save face. Yeah. It happens, champ. Oh, champ. Become Death says, May, you did say Drake would never have another Billboard hit. I just told you that I did say that. I literally said this multiple times. Don't act like I never said, hey, I was one of those people who said that his career was done and he'll never have a hit again. I was one of those people. But I was proven wrong. And I said it. So you ain't got to tell me, hey, you were one of those people who said he'll never have a hit again. Yeah, nigga, I said it. Also tell me, hey, champ, the sky is blue, champ. Yeah, I know the sky is blue, nigga. I looked at it today. I know. Hey, champ, did you know the sun was bright? Yeah, nigga, it's in my goddamn face. I could see it. Yeah, champ, I'm hot, nigga. I'm sweating. I know it's bright. I can see, champ. Thanks. Yeah, nigga, I knew already. I already knew, gang. Yeah. Thanks for telling me, champ. It ain't like I lied and said I didn't. Nigga, I already said it. Said it already, champ. Oh, champ. Oh, you going? Oh. That's what you. So you was trying to say I was glazing? No, champ. It's my baby mud pool that's in your mouth, champ. 86K. Disgusting, champ. Hey, nigga, you got a kiddie pool of baby mud in your mouth. Yeah, you gotta go. Oh, champ. So that's what I was hearing in the chat. It was you gargling baby mud, nigga. You're a sicko. You're a sicko. You was playing with baby mud. Oh, champ. Oh, that's what I heard in the chat. I knew somebody was gargling something. It was you. Oh, champ, I'm mad that I missed it. Nasty word. It was you, champ. I'm glad you. Hey, yeah, go hug a shadow. That's disgusting, gang. I ain't gonna lie. Salute to David D with 199 in town taxes. Says glazing with their eyes closed. Nasty work. Nigga, that's what I call wishing upon a star. A star that was unborn. You know how they say a star that was born? Glazing with your eyes closed is wishing upon a star that's unborn. Get it? Oh, champ. Nasty work. That's what I call wishing upon an unborn star, champ. Oh, champ. Apex says, quick question, Mayor. I thought the song was Drake and Party Next Door. Did Drake take the track as his own serious question? Well, Party Next Door is not featured on that particular song. So the song is Drake's song on Party and Drake's joined collaboration album. However, he's not on that song. Just like Party Next Door is not on Give Me a Hug. That's a Drake song. You get it? Like, this is a collaboration album, but Nokia is a song that does not feature Party Next Door. It's just Drake and the producer. Get it? So it's his song on that album. That's all it is. That's what I'm saying. That's about it, though. You know? Boom, boom. Serenity says Drake took that song even though it's a collab record. Crazy because Outkast was Outkast even when the other person wasn't on the record. Collaboration albums can have solos, though. That's not the first time someone has had a solo record on a collaboration album. By the way, every song on a collaboration album isn't a collaboration. There's plenty of collaboration albums where there's solo records. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, you could have a collaboration album and there's just a solo record by one artist. Now, does that mean it's the other person's song? No, it's not, because they're not featured on that song. It's only one person. So no, Party Next Door is not on that record, so it's not his record. It's Drake's record. Facts. It happens, bro. Every collaboration record doesn't always have a collaboration song for each song on the track list. You feel me? So there's that. So yeah, that ain't Party's song. Yeah, salute to Snowman. Yeah, he got paid to participate. That's a fact. But those songs that really hit was Drake records, you know? That's a fact. That's just how it was. You dig? Oh, champ. Mando's culture. Drake also stopped putting out music. UMG can argue he stopped giving them music and stopped putting out music, hence sales dropping. Then when Nokia drops on Some Sexy Songs for You, they go one, defamation win. Well, I'm not going to sit up here and say Drake stopped making music because that's not true. We got 100 gigs before we got Some Sexy Songs for You. That nigga Drake wasn't on a hiatus. That nigga dropped those records off of the 100 gigs. He also went on tour, so he was putting out music. The music just didn't hit the same because of the atmosphere of the hip-hop arena. People wasn't rocking with Drake like that. So as soon as he drops this album on Valentine's Day called Some Sexy Songs for You with Party Next Door, somehow, some way, Drake gained some traction. You dig what I'm saying? So it's not true that Drake wasn't dropping no music. The music just wasn't hitting at the time. Obviously, it's not. You just lost a huge rap battle, so it's not gonna hit the same. You're kind of in hot water with culture to where, hey, yeah, my stuff ain't hitting the same no more because I'm currently losing. I've been defeated, and the biggest record in the country is dissing me. Not Like Us isn't getting super crazy motion at this very moment. So Drake is kind of low key getting a chance to, go in that Billboard top 10. And that, I mean, look, that's just what happened, Not Like Us was such a big record. It pretty much made Drake look crazy. He didn't get too much traction. But over time, as time progresses, Nokia is somehow in Billboard's top 3 position. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. Happens, man. It is what it is. I've been hearing Nokia in different places. So it's not like it's fake. It can't be fake. You can't fake a Billboard position because Billboard has already put out rules and regulations that stop botting, that stop stream farming. All the stream farming has already been cracked down upon by Billboard. Feel what I'm saying? So can't nobody say that it's fake. It's organic. It's very much organic plays. It's not BS. You know what I'm saying? So anybody trying to lie and say, hey, Drake being in number 3 spot and all that is fake. It's not fake. It's real. UMG is obligated to still help Drake anyway. You think UMG is not helping push Nokia? They are. They have to. He signed to them. Even though he's suing them, they have an obligation to help him because that's part of his contract. Facts. Do what I'm saying? UMG is still helping Drake to this very day. Facts. They have to. It's a part of his deal. It's a part of his contract. He owes them one more album, and once that album is done, he's off their label. One more album and the UMG contract is done. So he's gonna drop another album. If his album songs do well on Billboard, then the whole Drake hate campaign is kind of immediately done. There's no more Drake hate like there was last year. You feel what I'm saying? Crazy. But hey, it is what it is, man. Make sure you smash up on the like button. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you share the video. Let the man know how you feel in the comments. Do you think that Drake is going to drop this lawsuit after UMG's most confident of statements in response to this amended complaint by Drake's legal team? You let me know how you feel in the comment section, gang. Run up these likes. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We're going to have more content. All right. But gang, I'm up out of here. Join the Discord. The Discord link is in the chat via Discord. Amazing Discord. All right. Salute to the chat. Smash the like, share the video. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.